Tesla just revealed a $7,779 tiny house that could let you escape rent, taxes, and mortgages entirely. While median homes hit $400,000 and rent averages $1,800 monthly, this unit costs less than 4 months of typical rent. But here's what most people don't realize. The real game changer isn't just the price. Let's dive right in. Tesla's $7,779 tiny house isn't just cheap housing, it's a complete system redesign that solves problems the industry has ignored for decades. And here's what few people realize. The real breakthrough happens inside that price point. Traditional tiny homes fail because they try to shrink regular houses. Tesla took a different approach entirely. Everything starts with what they call the utility spine. Imagine your smartphone's circuit board, but for a house. Every critical system clusters along one wall: kitchen, electrical panel, water filtration, battery storage, and connectivity hub. Why does this matter? Conventional tiny homes scatter utilities throughout the structure, creating maintenance nightmares and driving costs toward $50,000 to $100,000. Tesla's spine design enables factory production with automotive-level precision. We'll come back to this point later, but this single decision makes everything else possible. The power system showcases Tesla's vertical integration advantage. The compact 2-kilowatt solar roof pairs with a downsized Powerwall Mini, delivering 10 kilowatt-hours of storage. Here's the comparison most people miss. Typical RV Solar Maxes out at 1.2 kilowatts. Tesla provides nearly double that capacity, covering LED lighting, induction cooking, refrigeration, and laptop use for 2 full days without sunshine. But there's a detail most people overlook. Tesla designed this system to work both on-grid and off-grid seamlessly. In cities, you plug into municipal power like any apartment. On remote land, the solar battery combination becomes your personal utility company. Water follows the same modular logic. Urban placement connects to city lines. Off-grid scenarios use integrated 200-gallon storage with advanced filtration, matching mid-range RV capabilities but with higher quality components. The system handles a week of single-person usage before refilling. And here's what's truly noteworthy. Exterior fill and drain points eliminate the messy hookups that plague traditional setups. Climate control leverages heat pump technology through a strategically placed 9,000 BTU mini split. Instead of fighting physics with poor placement, Tesla positions the unit opposite the sleeping loft, pushing conditioned air along the structure's entire length. An energy recovery ventilator above the kitchen maintains air quality while preserving heating and cooling efficiency. And here's what really separates Tesla from competitors: regulatory arbitrage. By keeping structures under 400 square feet, they sidestep full building permits in most states. This isn't just cost savings. It opens placement options unavailable to larger structures. But this is just the beginning. What's really surprising is how Tesla plans to turn individual units into something much bigger. This leads to a remarkable discovery about Tesla's true strategy. They're not just building tiny homes, they're attacking the entire $1.6 trillion rental housing market. First, consider the competitive landscape. Traditional manufacturers like Tumbleweed and Modern Tiny Living focus on custom craftsmanship, pricing units between $80,000 to $150,000. Tesla's factory approach mirrors their automotive playbook: standardized components, vertical integration, and scale economics to achieve impossible price points. Second, and most importantly, Tesla isn't competing with tiny home builders. At $7,779, their unit costs less than 5 months of average rent. even factoring in setup costs, bringing total investment to roughly $11,700. Buyers break even in under 7 months versus renting? Why would SpaceX accept this risk? Because they're targeting 44 million American renters spending over $600 billion annually. The RV industry provides another revealing comparison. Premium travel trailers from Airstream or Grand Design run $40,000 to $80,000. Tesla delivers similar mobility with superior energy systems at a fraction of the cost. But here's where things get interesting. Tesla's approach attracts buyers who never considered RVs because the tiny house feels like a real home, not a vehicle. Economic implications compound quickly. If Tesla achieves meaningful production scale, they could pressure rental markets in expensive metros. Property developers might find traditional apartment construction less viable when potential renters have affordable alternatives offering mobility and energy independence. The strategic timing exploits 3 massive demographic shifts. Remote work has untethered millions from expensive urban centers. Younger buyers increasingly prioritize experiences over property ownership. Retirees seek downsizing without long-term financial commitments. Tesla's solution addresses all 3 simultaneously. Integration with Tesla's ecosystem creates competitive advantages competitors can't replicate. Solar roof technology, Powerwall batteries, and Starlink connectivity through SpaceX provide end-to-end solutions. This vertical integration strategy mirrors automotive. Control the entire customer experience rather than relying on partnerships. And this is where things get truly interesting: regulatory positioning. By designing within existing RV and accessory dwelling frameworks, Tesla avoids lengthy approval processes that slow traditional housing development. This regulatory arbitrage could prove decisive as municipalities struggle with housing shortages. And here's why this changes everything. But the real story begins when you realize Tesla's tiny house is actually a pilot program for distributed living networks that could fundamentally reshape American housing. Connect Tesla's assets across energy, transportation, and connectivity. Envision networks of tiny house communities powered by shared solar grids, connected via Starlink, and serviced by Tesla's expanding supercharger infrastructure. Residents relocate seasonally or for opportunities while maintaining consistent living standards and community connections. This mobility factor solves a critical economic challenge: labor market rigidity. Traditional homeownership ties workers to specific locations, creating friction when industries shift. Tesla's approach enables what economists call liquid labor markets. Workers follow opportunities without real estate transaction costs. Environmental implications multiply over time. Smaller spaces require dramatically less energy for climate control and maintenance. Multiplied across thousands of units, this efficiency gain meaningfully impacts residential energy consumption. Combined with integrated solar, communities become net energy producers rather than consumers. What happens if Tesla hits production targets? Conservative estimates suggest 10,000 to 20,000 units annually within 5 years. At those volumes, they capture meaningful market share in tiny homes and travel trailers while creating entirely new categories. But there's something most analysts are missing: Tesla's data advantage. Every unit provides real-time energy consumption, usage patterns, and operational efficiency data. This feedback loop enables continuous optimization impossible with traditional construction. The broader Tesla transportation mission benefits too. Tiny house communities reduce urban density pressures, potentially decreasing average commute distances. This creates usage patterns more favorable to electric vehicles. Financial markets are taking notice. Tesla's housing diversification provides revenue streams less dependent on automotive cycles. New real estate investment trusts might emerge focused on tiny house communities, creating fresh asset classes for alternative housing exposure. Challenges remain significant. Zoning regulations vary between municipalities. Infrastructure for larger communities needs development. Social acceptance requires cultural shifts that don't happen overnight. And here's what's truly uncertain: whether Americans will embrace mobility over traditional ownership at scale. The ultimate question isn't whether Tesla's $7,779 tiny house succeeds as a product. It's whether this represents the beginning of distributed, flexible, sustainable living that prioritizes experiences and mobility over traditional property ownership. As more Americans discover they can escape the rent mortgage trap entirely, Tesla's tiny revolution might reshape the American dream itself. What this means is Tesla just cracked the code on America's biggest financial trap: the forced choice between crushing rent payments and 30-year mortgage debt. This connects to Musk's larger vision of human independence, whether that's energy independence through solar, transportation independence through EVs, or now housing independence through distributed living. It's the same philosophy driving Mars colonization, building systems that free humans from traditional constraints. And this is just the beginning. Tesla's ramping production for 2026 delivery, while other automakers are finally catching up to their EV lead. The question isn't whether this disrupts housing. It's how fast traditional real estate adapts to compete. How do you think this impacts your local rental market? Will landlords be forced to drop prices when tenants have genuine escape options? This is Tech Revolution, and we dive deep into breakthroughs that actually change how we live. If you want more analysis on technologies reshaping entire industries, you know what to do. The age of housing freedom just began.